Hi, I'm Heather from Frugal Renewal. Welcome to our channel. We are so excited to share with you our kitchen reno. Yeah, it's not done, but it is so close. It's well on its way to being finished. If you like what you see, subscribe to our channel and you'll get notified when there's updates. Let's jump in. When you walk into the kitchen from the hallway, this is your view. You see outside to our backyard. The hill, the trees, and that's why we got a new window. The kitchen itself, when we first moved in, was walled off from the rest of the house. In fact, there was a ginormous wall right here that we took down. So we opened it up and put in a peninsula. It used to be a small eat-in kitchen. We bought cabinets from an auction. They were brand new, solid wood cabinets, but had gaps that we had to fill in. So we bought some specific sized used cabinets and we'll reface them with custom door fronts and drawer fronts to match the existing set that we bought. Our appliances, this one we bought used. We wanted this fridge to fit in this specific space. There was a specific size fridge we were looking for. It was counter depth with a water dispenser. Our options were very limited. So this is a Fisher Paykel that we were able to get secondhand. We bought a new dishwasher at Costco that Pete was happy with. It's a Samsung. We bought a secondhand induction range that had a dent at the side that Pete was able to repair. The over-the-range microwave was purchased used off Facebook Marketplace. And my favorite part of the kitchen is this antique hutch. We bought the lower cabinet that's in the living room. You can see the mess of the sorting that's going on in there. And the upper we mounted to the wall after turning around the barn board so you can see the beautiful rustic wood. The peninsula cabinets are all from the set, so they all match with the big pantry. Beside the pantry, my heart was set on a custom broom closet. So we hired somebody to come in and install and level the cabinets so that we could have countertops installed. And one of the things that person did was built a broom closet for this antique door, this vintage door that I bought. And it will be painted the same color as the rest of the cabinets in time. Hopefully, sometime soon. We are putting an electrical outlet here on the end of this island, peninsula. And I should say that the back and sides of this peninsula will be clad in barn board. We bought antique 100 to 140 years old barn board that's going to be cladding the peninsula back and side. The overhang for the counter will be 12 inches so we can have a breakfast bar, and we have a couple of stools here. The barn board is also, the plan is to have it clad the beam. When we first moved in and got possession of the house, we tried to take that beam down only to realize after pushing the hole in it that it actually was part of the roof because this kitchen bumps out into the backyard. So we can't remove it. So instead we're going to clad it and make it a feature. The cabinets that we use to fill in the missing pieces are over the fridge cabinet. Yes, the doors will be changed, but the cabinet size, it was from the Restore for, I don't know, $25 or something. An IKEA cabinet with 4 cubbies, which I had in a previous home as well, so the baskets fit in there. I like the paper towel holder to fit in that space because otherwise that space sort of gets wasted anyway. The corner, we needed a corner upper that was smaller than the one that came with these cabinets. So I found this one off of Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace and picked it up. Again, the cabinet will be painted and the corner door will be changed out so that it matches the same profile as these doors. The cabinets used to have a bulkhead, so we decided to take the cabinets up to the ceiling. They're 1 inch below the ceiling, so there's no issues with opening the doors. What else can I tell you? I bought another drawer unit because we were feeling like we were short on drawers. We missed having pots and pans drawers. This set of kitchen cabinets didn't come with pot and pan drawers. So I bought a set from somebody off Facebook Marketplace that was new, never installed. And I'm just going to have the faces replaced to match the other shaker style drawer fronts that we have. I wanted a pull-out cabinet for oils and vinegars beside the stove. It will have a custom drawer front installed as well so that you can pull out your supplies. And the corner cabinet that we bought, we needed another corner cabinet. And I found this one on Marketplace that had shelves in it. And I have to say I prefer shelves to a Lazy Susan. And then we had a little gap to fill in, so I asked the cabinet installer to make an upright section that we can put trays and wire racks in, but we will have all of it function with a corner door that opens on this side so that we can access trays and cutting boards easily. Our garbage is in a pull-out here. This is a pull-out cabinet. These are tilt-back drawer fronts. This is in no way a standard size sink. We really wanted to center the sink under the window. And for that to happen and fit in a dishwasher and a fridge, we couldn't use a standard size sink cabinet. So we instead used a standard cabinet. I think it's a 30 inch instead of a 36 or a 33. So we had to find a smaller sink. We lucked out at the Restore with this sink that fits exactly in the cabinet. So it's a standard double sink size on the left, but it's extra deep. And it's a smaller size, shallower sink basin on the right. The countertops that you see are the temporary sheets of plywood and sheets of melamine that we decided to use because of COVID until we could get our cabinets installed, our countertops installed. And the good news is that's going to happen really soon. Let's talk stove and fridge placement for a minute. When we first moved into this kitchen, as you can tell from the photo, the fridge acted almost like a wall or a barrier when you walked in with a small pantry beside it. And the stove was on the exterior wall. And I would understand why they put a stove on the exterior wall if there was a vented hood fan, but there wasn't. And we wanted the fridge to be in that location to kind of tuck in against that bump out wall and not have a closed off space when we first walk in. So we wanted open counter, open flow, open concept feel. So we chose to put the stove here with an over the range microwave. So now when you walk in, when it's finished, if you can get my vision, with a large window, clad beam ahead, all matching face front cabinets that are white. The countertop will look like a cement, but it will be quartz, matte, not glossy finish. And then the breakfast bar area, clad with barn board on the outside and around the back, vintage bread box, pantry, broom closet, antique hutch. So we had a little bit of excitement here this week. We got our quartz counters. They look like concrete, I suppose. Although maybe a little bit more silvery gray than I remembered from the sample. But we have solid surfaces, and that's exciting. Yeah, the rest of the house is still, under construction. But look at this peninsula. Did a bit of reorganizing. I think I have to get rid of those silk plants. But look how big that overhang is. But we've noticed the counter is probably, feels like it's almost 3 sizes the size. And the stool, we have another one too. They just tuck in so nicely under there. We love this. And let's talk about what was frugal. Not the counters, although we did go with the company that our friend also went with, and was very happy with. But we see frugal as being careful with our money and maybe spending our money in some places while saving it in others. So here's an example of saving. This faucet, which is a little freaky, it's almost like it's possessed. Yes, it has sensors. If you wave your hand over the top, it turns on until you wave your hand over the top again. At the front there's a sensor, so if you're washing your hands, as long as you're moving here, it'll stay on. And then of course there's the traditional lever. Do we know what brand of faucet it is? Nope. Did we pay for it? Nope. It was a find. Peter found it at the side of the road. Seriously. With a double sink, shortly after we moved in almost close, a little more than a year and a half ago. And he found a double sink that we're going to use in our laundry room, and he found this faucet at the same time. And he did have to replace the battery pack. But other than that, it was free. So, cool find. So the counters came with a little perk. We got a little cutting board that perfectly matches, which is perfect. I redid some of the staging or organizing. That's where we keep our coffee pods for our coffee maker and sugar, and our son likes to eat bananas, so those are where we keep bananas. So we just changed out the tray from what used to be there. It fits better in that corner. Next, we're looking at getting the custom sized drawer fronts and door fronts done. We're living without the cutlery drawer at the moment because the overhang and the drawer front didn't like each other. So that's okay, because we're going to get a new drawer front put on that drawer anyway. And then it's lighting. I'm hoping to change out this fixture and put in something in the middle of the room, or pot lights. And then I already have what we're going to use to make an antique, a barn wood box. We're going to put a barn wood box and 3 pendant lights over the peninsula. And we already have all the supplies. It's just a matter of time to put it together. And backsplash. I've been looking at backsplash samples. And I'm looking for something. We're not going to put any tile over here because that never gets splashed or heated up other than the toaster, which gets pulled out when it's used. But over here, we definitely need backsplash tile. So the plan is to go with something that's a porcelain tile that looks like brick, like vintage, distressed, weathered house brick. And because we have gray counters, white cabinets, and wood floor, it's kind of classic. We're going to go with, hopefully, something with some color variation. I have some gray, little pops of brown or white. We'll see what we can find. Right now I've got samples on order from a company, and they'll be shipped here, and then I'll be able to choose based on what they ship or return them to Lowe's. So that's the latest. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see updates, please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care.